pull up a chair, Mac. Back into breakfast with the Big Mac. Welcome everybody.
40 calories off from Mark.
Long way off the mark today, but we're going to go over some of the reasons for that, for the followers that we have, Mac. In fitness there's a principle, it's called the Fitt Principal actually, and it's frequency, intensity, time and type. So there are other ingredients that come into a good workout of course too, and today we're probably missing one of them, and even though there's some benefits to shift work, one of the disadvantages I guess is sometimes you're going to not get too much sleep.
Yeah.
So we're missing that component of your physiology today, and it was a factor in what we did. To come back to the principle in terms of frequency, intensity, time and type, we pulled the row times back, but we pulled the intensity up a little bit, and when we did that we got a good heart rate result, very different to the first one we did, which was
pretty quickly.
Right, came up fast, right? We didn't do as many of them, and then we didn't go as intense throughout the other components of the workout, but it would have been, in my opinion, counterproductive to do that today. Would you agree?
I would agree. I don't even know if I would have been able to make it today.
Right.
I'm tired out as I am.
Yeah. So, you know, if you could touch on nutrition, and we've talked about this before in other episodes, nutrition, sleep, and also your consistency of training, and how important those three things, when you get them right, are.
The nutrition is pretty good. I had mixed nuts and yogurt, for my fairly normal breakfast. And the rest was a big factor at work yesterday. I didn't get much sleep. And then consistency of training. I'm not sure what you're asking. I've been doing quite a bit of my elliptical trainings, like we talked about.
What I'm trying to highlight is that, let's say, even though you might be disciplined with your nutrition, getting good amount of sleep consistently, if you take a week off training, then the sessions that you've missed are going to tell in that session that you have after 5 or 6 days of not doing anything. So in combination, they're really important to get right.
I agree. The taking that time off though, because there's been a few times where like I've gone out of town or something where you've taken some time off, and sometimes you come back and you can hit it real hard, right? You're well rested. There's probably a little bit of a drop off in your overall fitness level, but I think you can still have some pretty productive workouts. I also could see if you just take a week off and you're just doing drinking and eating cheeseburgers and stuff, where you're probably gonna be hurt when you come back out.
Big time.
Yeah. I think today I just felt low energy level, just drained, just from even the start. So.
Well, you did well to stick to it, and you ended up with, in context of it, a pretty good workout. But one of the interesting things was your reaction of your heart rate. So last week we were getting peaks on the rows of 176, and you were okay with that. You handled that reasonably well, even though it was tough. 160 was the high today.
Yeah,
and you were really, having to push yourself hard to get to that level. So that's an interesting indicator right there.
Yeah, that is interesting. But also that 176 came on longer rows and the shorter rows. I might have gotten 176 had I had a longer row, although I'd have been wiped out.
Right. So, the message I guess is vary it around, stay consistent with your workouts, vary the intensity, vary the type.
Vary the exercises?
Vary your exercises, yeah. So that's partly why we didn't persist today with the deadlifts that you did so well last week, because of the way you're feeling.
I think that's something that comes to my mind too, is don't give up because you have a bad session or a mediocre session. Stick with it. It's gonna happen. I think it happens to everybody. I'm sure it happens to professional bodybuilders and stuff as well. You still have life and things are going on. So, we've had let's say intermediate sessions before. We've had great sessions. So let's write today off as an intermediate, Yeah, next week we're
Well,
gonna have
I
a great
think in
session.
context it was still good, but that, what you just said there, Mac, is a very, very good message.
Yeah, don't lose hope and don't lose interest and don't lose your momentum.
Right.
Get back at it. Maybe take a rest day or whatever, and then eat properly, and then come back at it. Don't get discouraged.
There you go. Thank you.
Peaks and
That's
valleys.
what we're looking for.
All right, boss.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a good day.